All right, a couple things, Mick. Very similar to when McKinley Wright was on and Tad Boyle. I don't know if you heard Chris Smith break down his game of what he needs.
I did not hear anything. But
all right, well, he rattled off a laundry list. It was not there was no ego there. He says he's got quite a bit to work on and knew it. He's not someone that said I've got it all figured out. So let's just take that point right there about how coachable he's become and how much he's learned about himself in trying to become a better player.
Well, I would say, all of us as coaches would say that he's unlocked the key. He's unlocked the sacred key to success is he has great attitude. So he's coachable. So since I've been here, he's been unbelievably coachable, which is why his rate of improvement was so accelerated. I think that it's a problem for some guys. They fight coaching, so therefore they can't get better, or it definitely slows their development. Chris's was accelerated in the 2 years he's been with me, a year and a half now, because from day one he's just had a tremendous attitude. So his rate of improvement has been very, very impressive, to say the least. And you see, he also would have, as long as you're at UCLA, the thing that Coach Wooden would always talk about. He's humble, but he's a humble kid. So he's a bright guy, great parents. And when they talked about Chris coming back to school, obviously the prospects for our season got a lot better. But just selfishly, when you get the chance to coach good guys, man, it makes our job a lot more pleasant, makes it more fun. You enjoy going to work a lot more when you're around a guy he's a great guy. He's got a great sense of humor. So you get a chance to spend another season with such a good kid who happens to be a great player.
You don't have to worry about the point. You've got attorney and Tiger Campbell amidst a pandemic and so many unknowns. How much comfort does that bring you, knowing you've got your lead playmaker back?
Yeah, I learned a long time ago, back in the 90s, with a full head of hair, and Coach Huggins was skinny. We were quite a pair. That returning guards had a lot to do with your prospects for success on a particular season. And we used to think about that because, it's hard. Back in the 90s, we had great JUCO players. They weren't around. Obviously, 2 years was their max. And, you think you have a guy like Steve Logan for 4 years, or Kenny Satterfield and Steve Logan. You're going to have you got to have a chance to win a lot of games when you have returning guards. So, Andy, I can't tell you the last time UCLA's had a returning starting point guard. It's been 4, 5, 6 years maybe since that has happened. Guys off to the NBA after their 1 year of starting at the point. You can just keep backtracking it. From Aaron Holiday didn't start. He started, he was gone. Jalen Hand started, he was gone. Obviously, Lonzo Ball started, he was gone. It's very, very hard to have success when you have a new point guard every year. So definitely a blankie, so to speak, little security blanket for the head coach.
One last thing, I'll turn it over to Jesse. Mick, the schedule. You guys just put it out a couple of days ago. You really had to change things on the fly, and you picked up, obviously, with San Diego State, Pepperdine down in San Diego, two teams that, have a great chance to be in the tournament again. How difficult was it to put this all together?
Not really that hard, to be honest with you. When we saw Orlando falling apart, I thought about going with Kansas. We have issues with playing in the state of Kansas, being a UC system school. Then it's just, common sense. Brian Dutcher and I have been friends a long, long time. Our dads are high school coaches. Back when, he was at Michigan, I was at Woodward High School. So that's how long we've known each other. And it wasn't that hard. We got together and said, look, we're not going to worry about who. I just told him, look, it's going to be easier to play the games there. We're in LA County. Things are a little stickier here. Let's just probably go with that. Let's get the best. I prefer to try to get me the best 2 games we can get. Trying to build a resume and anticipating you might lose some good games. So just try to stack it up like my man Mike Bray did at Notre Dame. And we're not as crazy as him. But Pepperdine's had everybody back pretty much. Great player. Obviously, San Diego State with Dutch and it has continued there from Coach Fish. They have an unbelievable program. So just trying to, happy we filled our schedule. But we'll be a lot happier, right? All of us, if we actually play the entire schedule. So then, that's obviously the goal, but just trying to start off. And I think your best chance is to get as many good games in as you can. So that was our thinking.